Zion National Park. The view you see in front of you is one of the more remarkable locations in the Zion narrative. At its inauguration in 1909, what is now known as Zion National Park was named Makutawik National Park. The southern Paiute word Makutawik means straight up land or straight canyon, which probably refers to the very high, nearly perpendicular sandstone wall. Complaints from the local Mormon community Welcome to Zion National Park. The view you see in front of you is one of the more remarkable locations in the Zion area. At its inauguration in 1909, what is now known as Zion National Park was named Makutawik National Park. The southern Paiute word Makutawik means straight up land or straight canyon, which probably refers to At its inauguration in 1909, About 275 million years ago, what is now called Zion National Park was a relatively flat and unremarkable sandy basin. As millions of years passed, the Colorado Plateau, which contains the Grand Canyon, Bryce Canyon, and Zion.
The naming of Zion was once a very controversial topic in the Mormon community. In the 1850s, thousands of Mormons fled Though there are only about 100 California condors left in the wild, Zion has 2 confirmed resident condors soaring above these sandstone cliffs. Trek over to Angel's Landing if you want to take a closer look at America's largest bird. Also, it is rumored that there is a 3rd resident that has taken residence in Zion. This view is as remarkable as it is hard to achieve. You'd have to be a bird or base jumper to look down.
William Howard Taft inaugurated Zion National Park in 1909. Weighing in at well over 300 pounds, Taft is largely remembered as the most portly president in U.S. history. He was particularly fond of hash browns, broiled T-bone steaks, and salted almonds. In 1908, shortly after
Though there are only about 100 California condors left in the wild, Zion has 2 confirmed resident condors soaring above these sandstone cliffs. Trek over to Angel's Landing if you want to take a closer look at America's largest bird. Also, it is rumored that there is a 3rd resident that is taking residence in Zion. This view is as remarkable as it is hard to achieve. You'd have to be a bird or base jumper to look down on the narrows like this. Just so you know, base jumping is illegal in the park. Though there are only about 100 California condors left in the wild, Zion has 2 confirmed resident condors soaring above these sandstone cliffs. Trek over to Angel's Landing if you want to take a closer look at America's largest bird. Though there are only about 100 California condors left in the wild, Zion has 2 confirmed resident condors soaring above these sandstone cliffs. Trek over to Angel's Landing if you want to take a closer look at America's largest bird. Also, it is rumored that there is a 3rd resident that is taking residence in Zion. This view is as remarkable as it is hard to achieve. You'd have to be a bird or base jumper to look down on the narrows like this.
While you won't be needing ropes, harnesses, or ballet devices for this experience, Zion National Park is widely considered a climber's paradise. These 2,000-foot sandstone cliffs are the ideal playing ground for the vertically inclined. If you are looking for the next
The naming of Zion was once a very controversial topic in the Mormon community. In the 1850s, thousands of Mormons fled. If you take a drive down the Colorado Plateau and venture into the Grand Canyon, you will notice that many of the vantage points are on the rim of the canyon, which offers you some quite dramatic views of the landscape. Zion, on the other hand, has historically been accessed by the Virgin River, so many of the upper terraces and narrow gorges were never documented by early surveyors. A number of these areas
William Howard Taft inaugurated Zion National Park in 1909. Weighing in at well over 300 pounds, Taft is largely remembered as the most portly president in U.S. history. He was particularly fond of hash browns, broiled T-bone steaks, and salted almonds. In 1908, shortly after Taft's election,
a man can worship God among these great cathedrals, as well as he can in any man-made church. This is Zion. These were the words of Isaac Ben Ruben, the pioneering Mormon that gave Zion its money. Though there are only about 100 California condors left in the wild, Zion has 2 confirmed resident condors soaring above these sandstone cliffs. Trek over to Angel's Landing if you want to take a closer look at America's largest. If you take a drive down the Colorado Plateau and venture into the Grand Canyon, you will notice that many of the vantage points are on the rim of the canyon, which offers you some quite dramatic views of the landscape. Zion, on the other hand, has historically been accessed by the Virgin River, so many of the upper terraces and narrow gorges were never documented by early surveyors. A number of these areas are so well hidden by the vertical topography that early surveyors missed stretches some 20 miles long. The view from this hub has probably never been seen in human history. Almost 3.7 million people visited Zion National Park in 2015. That's up by a multiple of 1,000 from 19. If you take a drive down the Colorado Plateau and venture into the Grand Canyon, you will notice that many of the vantage points are on the rim of the canyon, which offers you some quite...
While you won't be needing ropes, harnesses, or ballet devices for this experience, Zion National Park is widely Welcome to Zion National Park. The view you see in front of you is one of the more remarkable locations in the Zion area. At its inauguration in 1909, what is now known as Zion National Park was named National Park. The Southern Paiute word Nakotoa means straight up land or straight canyon, which probably referred to the very high, nearly perpendicular stone wall.